Hey guys, what's going on? Joshua Elder here, hanging out with the amazing girlfriend right here and the amazing dog Benji. And in this video today, I'm going to show you how to make $100,000 a year or more online working part-time. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel by slamming the red subscribe button below and tick the bell icon to be notified of future videos that I upload when I upload them. And if you want more videos with this beautiful gal and this awesome dog, please hit the like button and subscribe now, and let's go ahead and get into the content. All right, you guys, so in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make 100K online part-time. Let's go ahead and let's first start off with assuming that you guys already know how to pick a niche and how to find a product. I've got plenty of videos that show you how to do that. So if you're not aware on how to do that, I will put those links in the description of this video below. So let's first focus on the process and kind of give you guys a 10,000 foot view of what it looks like when you have 100K a year business working for you. Now you can scale this up to 7 figures. You can scale it to multiple 7 figures. So the formula I'm about to show you here on my iPad is just not limited to you making, up to 100K. You can make millions and millions of dollars using and implementing this formula. So the first thing that we need to acknowledge is the way that we're going to build our business is first by exploiting different online platforms, right? We need places that we advertise our products and services on. These places we also want to build a following on, right? We want to get people to get to know us, get to know about our story, get to know about the knowledge that we have, right? Because people are going to buy from us because they feel like we're their best friend, right? We want to build that virtual online presence just like we would offline if we were building a relationship with somebody, right? So let me just cancel this here. And let's first acknowledge these different social media platforms. So we're going to imagine that this is just an ad out there on the internet, right? And this could be a YouTube ad. This could be, in the form of a video. This could be a Facebook ad. This could be a Bing ad. This could be an Instagram ad, right? So you have different ads out there on the internet, right? And what we want to do is, even before we create these ads, we want to start putting out content on each of these platforms, okay? So like, for example, let's say, Instagram is orange, and this just represents, pieces of content over here. And then we'll say that, Bing is green. This is our content here for Bing. And then Facebook is blue, our content right here. And then YouTube is red. So this is the content that we're putting out on the internet that's going to allow us to build relationships. It's going to allow us also to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's going to allow us to drive traffic, right, to our websites and build relationships in the process. So this is all content pieces right here. Okay? And then this ad goes straight to a funnel, right? And again, I've talked a lot about funnels. Let's assume that this right here is just a full-blown funnel, just like an offline funnel, an offline sales process, very much the same online. We send people to a page, we capture their information, and then we sort of take their hand and guide them through, the selling process, just like we would, offline. And this would be in the form of like a virtual sales letter. So someone would come to a page, they fill out their name and email address, then they go to what's called the sales page and they watch a presentation. Now, in case they don't buy the first time, they're going to go on what's called an email list, right? Let me just draw out this list right here. Let's assume that this is just a database with tons of emails, right? We would use a service to be able to store these emails on so we can send out mass emails, to our email subscribers. Okay, this is where it gets really, really fun and it gets strategic. Now, what we want to do is, as we're building our list from creating content and then creating ads, right? So like, let's say that this is actually a paid ad right here. Okay. And let's assume that we're building a list through a combination of paid ads and free content, right? So we got our free content here. We got our free content here. Like, for example, in YouTube, you put a link in the description of your YouTube video. It goes straight to a landing page, right? You'll be able to check that out below. My example is within my top recommended system. So if you click the link below where it says click here, my top recommended system, it'll take you to a page that looks just like this, right? So you can see that I'm doing this exact strategy on my YouTube channel. So Facebook content, same thing would go here. Bing. This Bing content could be, a Bing pay-per-click ad. We can also have other, forms of traffic like SEO, which would be like Google traffic, right? And let's say we have that here. And then we got our content piece. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I like to make sure I have everything drawn out here. Okay, and then we would have, that piece, going to here as well, right? So now what we're doing is we're building a list, right? We're dipping into each of these channels, YouTube, SEO, Facebook, Bing, Instagram, right? We're dipping into each of these channels, and we're using these channels to drive leads, right? Drive people basically to a website and capture leads. And then after we capture these leads, what we want to do is we want to send them a series of emails, okay? So we got email 1, we've got email 2, and this is just following up with them, making sure that they got the info they requested, finding out what their needs are, what their desires are, what their biggest struggle is in the specific niche that we're in. And then we eventually want to sell our products. Now, here's where it gets really fun. As you're building this list, right, and we're following up with these people, we're generating sales through this automatic process, what we want to do is we want to grow our list, expand our list bigger and faster, and pay less on advertising costs. Right? And this is how we do this. What we do is we take this list, right? And we would send them an email saying, hey, this is Josh, or whatever your name is, just shot a new YouTube video, or just did a Facebook Live, or just made a post on my Facebook wall, right? Or just posted this new article. I want you to go check it out, right? And so what they're going to do is they're going to come from the list and they're going to go to YouTube, and then they're going to go to maybe an article that we put out on our website. Maybe we rank that article in Google too as well, right? And maybe we take a post and we send it to Facebook, so on and so forth. We take one, we'd send it to Bing, right? Or Instagram, not Bing, but Instagram. That's what I meant to say. And so now what we're doing is we're now taking our list and we're emailing this list about content that we have on these different social media platforms. And then we want to get them to those platforms. We want to give them value, right? And then we want to get them to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to get them to like our Facebook fan page. We want to get them to maybe subscribe to our RSS feed on our blog. We want to get them to follow us on Instagram. So now what we're doing is we're building audiences, not just on our list, but on these different platforms simultaneously, okay? And this is where it gets incredibly, incredibly fun. I'm just gonna move back over here to my full diagram, and I'm just recreating that right now. So now what we're gonna do is, let's say, for example, these people are coming to the landing page right here, okay, from all these different advertising platforms. And let's say that they don't enter in their information. They don't complete step one, which is to have them, you know, enter their email address. We don't get an email from them, okay? So we don't get an email the first time, but guess what we can do? We can retarget those same people, right, with a retargeting ad. So for example, let's say you went to Nike and you were looking at some new running shoes, and then you decide not to buy those running shoes. You decide to go over to Facebook, and then you see those same Nike shoes in a Facebook ad, and you're like, what the heck, this is crazy. Somebody's following me around. Nike's following me around the internet. That's retargeting, right? You're actually what's called cookied on their website, right? Your data saved on their website, and then they can just simply follow you around the internet until you buy. And they pay a lot lower in advertising costs when you're retargeting somebody that's already seen maybe a video of yours on YouTube, or they've seen a landing page, you know, on your website, or they've seen an Instagram post. What you can do is you can retarget people that have actually looked at your content, you know, on YouTube or any of these other platforms, as well as your website. You can retarget these people that didn't opt in or didn't even make it to your website, and you can send them an ad with a different, you know, with a whole entire different funnel that you're sending them to, right? So we've got a brand new funnel right here, brand new landing page, and a series of pages. So if they don't opt into these pages right here, then guess what? We can hit them with a whole different ad right here and a whole different landing page. Now, I know this might sound complicated to you guys, okay, when you first hear it, so you might want to go back to the beginning of this video and re-watch it. But what you're doing is you're using current data to create more leads and more sales inside your business, and then use that data to create more leads and more sales, and it just expands, right? As you're growing this, you're following on YouTube, as you're growing your list, as you're growing on these different platforms, we're using this data to create what's called lookalike audiences. Audiences are like the people on the platforms that you're on, while simultaneously retargeting the people on these platforms and the people that visit your website, thus building a bigger list faster with less advertising costs, right? It's a lot more money to capture a completely cold lead, somebody that's never heard of you or seen you before, versus somebody that's already seen your content, okay? That's the whole idea here. So as you're building this, this works simultaneously together. And this is where you're working smart in your business and you're not working hard, okay? So this kind of what it looks like, it sort of in a different way of explaining it, something that I created before I shot this video. So what we're doing down here is we're taking the people that never opted into this page right here, and we're retargeting them with a whole different entire ad. Right? This is just kind of a different way of explaining it, right? And that's the idea. So as you do this, let me just show you what I've been able to do on my in my personal business. So you can see here, get response, right? This is my email list. Over 45,000, right around 45,000 leads that I've developed for my email list. I can use this data to find audiences on Facebook and pay less in advertising costs, right? I can use my data on YouTube, over 7,447 subscribers. I can remarket to these subscribers. I can remarket to people that have viewed my videos in the past and send them to different websites that I want to send them to and capture their information and promote stuff and get them to buy different stuff, right? So, you know, I'm marketing to people. I'm building, you know, a following on my YouTube platform, 7,000 subscribers. You know, I'm building a following on my Facebook. As you can see, I've got 3,189 likes here. Even on my profile, I've got 3,620 people. So what I want to be doing is dipping into these different platforms, building an audience on these different platforms, getting people on a list, and then retargeting people that maybe didn't get on the list, and then using that data of people on my list to even build a bigger list through a process called retargeting, which is what I just showed you. So if you got value from this video, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. I know this was like a more of a complex video, and if it didn't make sense to you guys, it's okay. You know, you want to go back through this video a couple times before it's going to make some real good sense to you. So make sure that you do that. And if you want to learn retargeting, if you want to learn how to build this whole entire thing that I showed you, right? As you can see, it's a little bit smaller here. But if you want to learn how to build this whole entire process, click the link below in the description. It'll take you to my top recommended system that will show you how to build your internet business like this. So with that said, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Give me a like, comment below if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.